Hello there. What is going on, you guys? We have some new Legion news, and it is the Death Troopers and Director Orson Krennic. Finally, we get to see this. Now, some of you have been paying attention, and there were some URLs that had been kind of exposed. I guess it was kind of, pretty much guessed on that these were coming. And especially because you can also see some of the art of Death Troopers in the previous we've seen those frag grenades and stuff like that. So we've seen a little bit of that. So it definitely stands to reason that these guys were coming, and I think everybody expected that they were coming. We didn't always actually know when, but now we can get a look at them. And also, Director Orson Krennic. It's interesting that they used his first name. But yes, so we got Krennic, Death Troopers. We're going to take a look. That's awesome. I also have a huge new giveaway going on right now, so if you haven't been paying attention, or if you're new to the channel, I'm giving away a Superstar Destroyer for Star Wars Armada, and in the form of a cool stuff gift card, which you could use for whatever you want. All it takes is become a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos, and it's as simple as that. You're automatically entered to win. I should be announcing that on or around the 21st of December, so just in time for Christmas. So let's dive right in to this. Oh, it's so pretty. So first off, we're going to take a look at Krennic. First off, I gotta say, I love that sculpt. I love the flowing cape. I love, like, a lot of the human sculpts have, like, kind of been hit or miss, and this paint job and that sculpt just look awesome. They've done a really good job, I think, on the sculpt itself. Let's take a look a little closer at the actual cards. So I'm just kind of zoomed in right here. First off, Krennic has a whole bunch of command, and it looks like he's got 2 command and 1 equipment. He has a single black die for his unarmed. He's got a range 1 to 2 that's got 1 of each color plus pierce 1. So actually not a bad pistol he's got there. He's got surge to crit, defensive surge as well, speed 2. Surge to crit with those dice are actually going to be pretty good. So this is not a bad attacking commander. White defense die though, so you know what? Maybe I'll use Royal Guards with him. Although it might not be thematic. You're probably going to want to use Death Troopers with him. You got Health 6 and Courage of 2. So far the stats seem about right. He's got Sharpshooter 1. He's got Entourage, Imperial Death Trooper. So if you're familiar with Palpatine and his Entourage ability, this is going to be the same thing, but for Death Troopers. Thematically, it makes sense. Of course, you're going to want to have him right next to some Death Troopers, so you probably at least want 1 Death Trooper. Now comes the really tough decision. Like, all right, I think with this guy, you really might want to consider running 4 Special Forces. Death Troopers are going to be awesome, but with his white defense die, maybe you really do want Royal Guard with him also, and now you can, use that Entourage ability to break that cap, so it's going to be really interesting. Now, his other abilities are harder to read, but we're going to try here. It looks like Compel after another friendly unit at range 1 to 2 rallies, I believe that is. If it's in he can gain a suppression token to perform a free move action. So some of that I can't quite make out, but basically it sounds like it's letting somebody get a suppression token to, I guess if it is suppressed but not panicked, that makes sense. If it's suppressed but not panicked, it may gain a suppression token to perform 1 free move action. Not bad. We're kind of working through this because it's not super clear. So Compel, free moves is good. Like Palpatine does that, right? Palpatine can give you, but he has to spend an action to do it. So, especially in a game of objectives, this could be a really strong ability, letting somebody get a free move action. Suppressed but not panicked. Also, think of like Snow Troopers, right? Free move action. Okay, boom. So it says another friendly unit. No, it says they have to be suppressed but not panicked. So I'm assuming that this means you can't do it to vehicles because vehicles aren't going to have suppression. I'm also assuming this is only meant to work on those units that might be losing in action. So you have to have your value there. But I think Snow Troopers would really work well with this. All right. Cunning is his other ability. When your commander, command cards are played, when your commander-specific command cards are played, if there would be a tie for priority. Treat your command card as though it had one fewer pip. Interesting. Interesting. So it sounds like he breaks ties. Treat your command as it had one fewer pip. I'm curious how that would interact with Solo. Because I don't think it would be a tie for priority against Han Solo's 0 pip, because you'd have a 1 and a 0. Even though Solo's counts as a 1, that's only for list building. But it sounds like in every other case, he could potentially have he can beat his 1 can beat a 1. Which, that's actually really cool. That kind of makes him, if you play him right, you could potentially be like Solo all the time. He's like, nope, I always go first. I always go first. I can see him whining at the dinner table. No, I always go first. Very interesting. All right, and we also do get a look at his 1 pip, Voracious Ambition. I'll try to read this one as well. At the start of the activation phase, place 3 random order tokens from your order pool face down on this card. Okay, so you can put 3 order tokens on the card. You may look at these order tokens at any time. When you would draw an order token from your order pool, you may choose one of the order tokens on this card and use that order token instead. So that sounds pretty good. It's not as strong as some other 1 pips. Like, initially it just sounds like alright. Like, if I'm running a whole bunch of special forces and core, do I really need that much control? I guess this is probably a good one if you're really mixing things up and you want to, like, maybe you've got 1 ATST and 1 support and then special and you want to hope to have a better chance to activate maybe that ATST. I mean, he can't, for a 1 pip, you'll have some control. But this one is the one I'm going to have to play with a little bit to see how well it actually performs. It's not bad. It's not bad. I think in the right combination, it could potentially give you a great amount of battlefield control. But it does see they have to be 3 random order tokens. So it's not like you get to pick the order tokens that go face down on that card. Pretty interesting, though. I think, Krennic is... based on that card, it seems like Krennic's going to be the commander. Oh, we also have strict orders, a new command for him. It does seem like he has get esteemed leader as well. And strict orders, when a friendly trooper with a face-up order token activates during its rally step, it may receive a suppression token instead of rolling dice. Maybe that's remove, because nobody would want to... maybe you would want to receive a suppression token so you can get your free move, but I think that's remove a suppression token instead of rolling dice. It's one of those two. It might make more sense to remove a suppression token. Oh, goodness. Ring doorbell. But yes, you might make sense to remove a suppression token instead. This way... That makes sense. Instead of giving a chance for you to, I guess you could potentially rally if you had a lot of suppression. I don't know. I have to wait to see until they spoil that one a little better, because I'm not sure if it's either receive one or remove one. It's probably remove one. All right, what else do we got here? We have our 3D version of his sculpt. That looks really good. That looks awfully good. Like, I'm almost intimidated to paint that, because that's going to be gorgeous. That's going to be one of the best looking commander sculpts they have done. That is going to rank up there with Boba Fett and Vader for me. And for a human, that may be the best, human skull they've done. Looks really, really good. And the Death Troopers. Oh, man. So these look amazing. We're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Death Trooper miniatures. And new artwork for the box. That's cool artwork. Liking the poses on these guys. You got the one with the gun down. The other guys look like maybe he's throwing a grenade. Maybe we've got a grenadier. And then we've got the shoulder pad with the hand up. So that's probably the leader. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at the cards. So first off, first thing I noticed when I look at the Death Troopers, they have 2 different weapons, which is cool. But at the same time, I'm like, well, they don't have the ability to fire multiple weapons in the same thing. But so I'm thinking these are guys that are probably designed to split fire, which is, if you're talking about suppression, that sounds really, really cool. Or just be, differently effective at different ranges, because it looks like these weapons have different ranges on them. So let's talk about the unit card first. They're about 76 points. We didn't do points for Krennic. How much is he? Looks like 90. All right, good stuff. All right, so Death Troopers, about 76 points we've got. Heavy weapons, no personnel. So maybe that's just going to be the theme now with special forces, because we haven't seen any special forces with personnel yet. So heavy weapons. It looks like training, grenade, equipment, that new gun upgrade, the grenade upgrade. Yeah, that's a lot. You can really diversify these guys. They have a red die for melee, so they've really like brass knuckles in that black plastoid armor. They've got a 1-2 with 2 white dice per unit or per mini, and then a 1-3 with a black die. Now that one doesn't seem as good, because that's the same as like Rebel Troopers for a lot more expensive, but they do have offensive surge to hit and defensive surge. A red defensive die, so a red die with defensive surge, really, really good defense on these guys. These guys are going to be hard to kill. You're getting 4 minis in the unit, 1 health per mini, so standard. So they'll be tough to kill, which makes sense. And courage of 2, so it looks like a really solid, like really impressive unit just on the stats. Ready 1. There's an ability. After you perform a standby action, gain an aim token. So they are already a good unit, and now they can get free aim tokens. Speed 2, so standby might be something you do. Precise 2, Stormtroopers have that. When you spend an aim, you can reroll 2 additional dice. So now, this is really nice to use those white dice now, because if you get your aim, and that has built-in synergy with itself. We'll go ahead and move into position. We'll do a standby. We get a free aim. And you come into range. Again, standby range is 2. All right, all those white dice. We can roll 4 of them again, and we have offensive surge on top of that. That's very, very nice. Or if you want to throw some black dice in there, you could do that too. Disciplined 1. When you are issued an order, you may remove up to 1 suppression token. So again, suppression is definitely a theme here. We've got some other upgrades up at the top. We've got this E-110 grenade launcher combi. I don't know, or carbine maybe. But yeah, so a grenade launcher is another weapon you can add. Range 1-2. It's an exhaust. It has blast and has a red die. And it says reconfigure. I believe that's the flip, what we saw in the Jyn Erso teaser. So that's like the new thing, I guess, is like flippable cards. So that's pretty cool. So they can have potentially 3 different weapons. That's something else. Again, at range 1-2, toss just one of these into your attack pool, blast, ignore all the cover, and then throw all the rest of your red dice. Not bad. It looks like we have 2 different heavy weapon versions, which would make sense why we have 6 minis here, because we're going to be getting 4 for the basic unit, and I guess 2 different heavy weapons options, so you can outfit it in one of 2 different ways. All right, not bad. It looks like we're getting some other upgrades as well. I think we're seeing the fragmentation grenades. Looks like duck and cover already. So not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. But yeah, the Imperial Death Trooper unit looks good. Looks really good. Let's see what else. And then of course we have our 3D rendering. I like that they're giving us close-up looks at the actual Death Troopers themselves. Looks really, really cool. I'm excited for these guys. They look awesome. Especially this one on the far left with that huge gun. I don't know if that's a DLT or if that is, gosh, like some kind of plasma cannon. Looks really cool. I would love to hear what you guys think. Are you excited about Krennic and Death Troopers? Wow. So we're getting a whole bunch of Rogue One stuff. Very excited. Do you think that means we'll see U-Wings, or do you think we'll see Chirrut? We're going to see, anything else from Rogue One? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you want to see next. I am super excited, and I can't wait for more more, find out all the different details, all the other cards. I'd love to see the other sides of the flip cards that are coming out. And when are we going to get these? I mean, we're not going to get them by Christmas, that's for sure. But really anxious to paint up some Death Troopers. Another thing that's really cool about Death Troopers are black units are easy to paint. Not the easiest in the world, because you still have to do layering and stuff, but it's a lot more forgiving of mistakes when you're just doing black on black and you're just doing different shades. Maybe do a little bit of green in there for the eyes, and then some shininess on the top. And if you're really fancy, you'll do like maybe a little bit of white or light gray where the light is hitting if you want to be fancy. I probably won't be quite that fancy, but I do like doing black on black. I did some of my Scout Troopers that way, and I did Royal Guard that way. So alright guys, that's all I got for you today. Super exciting. Can't wait to find out more details. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, guys. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to check out Crabbok.com. Hop into Discord. Say hi over there. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and the bell for alerts so you don't miss out when I announce new videos, especially when that giveaway is coming 21st of December. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be awesome. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.